everyone, welcome back to 15 Minute Chef. Hope you guys are doing well tonight. Tonight is beef risotto with sauteed wild mushrooms and parmesan cheese. So first of all, if you guys like these videos, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notifications when new videos come out. So the way I do it is, usually when I cook steak, I always have a little leftover steak the next day. So I chop it up. This is my risotto. I order it through Walmart grocery pickup. I got a can of beef stock. You can make your own beef stock. I buy beef stock already made. I got some sliced bella mushrooms, some chopped shallots, some butter, and of course garlic. So this is how we're going to start it. Back here on the stove, I'm turning it on high. Actually, I'm going to put it on this one. Oh yeah, I gotta put it over here. So we're putting both the saute pan and the pot in the back on. I'm putting olive oil in each one. In the pot in the back, I'm gonna put some shallots back there to saute. About 2 tablespoons. The pan in the front, I'm putting the meat and the mushrooms. Got some nice jazz going tonight. So while those are both going, toss some dishes in there. Knife, we don't need it. I'm also going to saute some asparagus to go with tonight's dinner. So in the little pack that you get from Walmart with your risotto, you get your risotto and then you get a seasoning pack. This one is a 4-cheese risotto. Don't need that. So it's very important to understand with risotto, what actually breaks the risotto down, which is a type of rice, is a wooden spoon. The most important thing you can use is the wooden spoon because as you stir the risotto, you're actually breaking the molecules down with the wood. So can't do it with a metal spoon, can't do it with a rubber spoon, has to be a wooden spoon. So I hear my shallots are going a little bit. I'm going to cut over my risotto. And it doesn't take very much. A little risotto goes a very long way. I got the wrong one hot up. Okay, so as this is going, I'm going to dump in the risotto and a little olive oil. You want to coat the risotto or the granules in fat. And you want to saute them for a second. So I'm going to mix them with a little bit of this olive oil. And I'm just going to stir them around. Let me get a picture in the camera. Let's see. Looks nice. The most important thing about when you cook risotto is stirring it constantly. Constantly stirring it. It's a good workout for your arms, ladies. So now that it's kind of coated, the shallots are looking great. I'll give you a little view of that in there. We're going to go ahead and add some beef broth. And we're going to start letting that risotto cook down. Okay, so we're sauteing our beef and mushrooms. Looking good. We're going to add this to our risotto mixture here in the back. Saute pan in the back that we've got going hot. We're going to add a little olive oil. My friend the garlic. And the asparagus. We're also going to add a little water. Oops, we lost one. Love to clean while I cook. That way when I'm done, I'm done. So we got asparagus going in the back. We got our beef going in the front. Heating that up. We got our risotto cooking it in here. Kind of got three things going on at one time. Don't lose track. Butter. My rule about butter, a little butter is good. A lot of butter is better. All right. So one of the things, the biggest debates in the culinary world about risotto is heavy cream. There are some cooks or chefs that put heavy cream in their risotto. We consider that cheating because a true risotto has no heavy cream. It will have a creamy consistency to it, but with no cream. So as it's cooking, I'm going to keep stirring it. It's going to keep breaking down. I got my meat going with my mushrooms. We got asparagus in the back. Now with the asparagus, I do wish I had red pepper flakes. I don't, but if you do, add some. It'll give it like a really nice touch. Just gonna add a little seasoning to that. We're going to put in the rest of our mushrooms. Asparagus is looking good. It's going to give it like a really nice color. Right before the asparagus is done, we're going to sprinkle a little parmesan cheese on top. Hang on a second. Got the fresh grana padano. You're also going to add parmesan cheese into your risotto. That's going to help it with the creaminess. Remember, butter, stock, cheese. That's what gives it its creamy consistency, not heavy cream. Somewhere there's a chef watching this going, yes, yes. Okay. So you can kind of see our meat nice and sauteed, our mushrooms cooking good, asparagus looking better. But however, get this bad boy over here so you can kind of see it. Our risotto, not there yet, but it's getting close. Asparagus, pretty much ready. When you start seeing the asparagus turning like a very bright green color, you're there. It's good. So with the risotto, at this point now, it's starting to get crucial. You gotta start stirring. This is where the arm workout comes in, okay? You're constantly stirring, stirring, stirring. You might have to add a little more stock. You might add more butter, but you're stirring. You're stirring and you're stirring because it's breaking down the actual carbohydrates in it and the molecules, and it's making it into a creaminess. Now while it's cooking, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start adding my meat and my mushrooms. I probably got more meat and mushrooms than I do risotto, but that's okay. Time for another wooden spoon. One. So I'm gonna move my camera a little bit closer so you guys can see what's going on in here. I love that my stove doesn't really give me that opportunity to get as close as I would really want to. Hopefully that's catching. Okay. So we're gonna keep stirring it. We're gonna keep adding stock. We're gonna keep adding butter. Just like that. I'm gonna break out the cheese. So let me tell you, tonight I have a live studio audience. My stepdad's sitting in it. And he is like, dinner's looking good. The original idea for tonight for dinner was chicken pot pie. So I just upgraded him a little bit to beef wild mushroom risotto. You know what I'm saying? So he's a little happy about that, I think. I think he's happy. He hasn't tasted it yet, but he's gonna know. So yeah, we're stirring it in. It's looking good. Got some nice pieces of meat. Risotto is breaking down. And all you're gonna do is just gonna keep stirring till the risotto basically makes like this really nice fluffiness about it and this thickness, and it becomes like this creaminess too. So you're gonna actually see the rice molecules just kind of blow up and with the creaminess. The risotto's done. While I was off camera, I made a little sauce to go right over the risotto. So let me explain something. When you have something that's really creamy and really soft and really decadent, you need to create counter opponents for it. So when you have creamy, you need to have acid. When you have soft, you need to create crunch. So generally with risotto, I would put like some type of fried onion rings or something like that on top to counterbalance the softness from the creaminess of the risotto with crunchiness of the onion rings. And then I also made a balsamic red wine reduction, which is I took a saute pan and I just added some Pinot Noir wine and some balsamic vinegar and just let it reduce and then finished it with butter. Very, very simple, very easy, not complicated. The recipe will be in the description notes, okay? So we got our risotto, it's ready. Get my big spoon. Now the thing about risotto is it doesn't always look that pretty because it ends up looking like a glob, much like this one. But trust me, it's a delicious glob. Okay, we're gonna do a little asparagus to go with it. Right here, a little parmesan asparagus. And then last but not least, we have a nice red wine balsamic reduction that we're just gonna paint across the plate. Doesn't need to be that complicated. I have some fresh parsley. When you get your herbs, I always take them out the bag, roll them up in a paper towel, and then wet them. And it keeps them alive much, much longer. So one of my favorite things to do with parsley is, people generally don't eat the parsley. I just like to sprinkle a little bit. And then you got a nice dinner, it looks like a chef made in 15 minutes or less. So you guys enjoy. Nice creamy wild mushroom beef risotto with Parmesan cheese and some sauteed asparagus. Don't forget to subscribe and like and hit the bell button. Also look for, we just did duck. It's a great video, super easy to do duck. It's not complicated. And stay tuned because we're gonna do something that people have been asking me for years to do, and that's creme brulee. Because they think, a lot of people think because it has a French name, it's complicated or hard and that you need to go to a restaurant to buy it, but you don't. It's super, super easy. You don't need a torch. You can make it at home and it's really, really fast. So stay tuned. Look forward to my next video of 15 Minute Chef. Bye guys.